Hi, this is Billy Silikane, founder and president of Global Conference Television. We're out here at Zebra Lodge in the most amazing, beautiful African setting. We're at the annual convention of the Professional Speakers Association of Southern Africa, and I am here interviewing the president of the National Speakers Association of America. This is the association that gave birth to all of us. And it's an honor and a privilege for me to have this conversation with a good friend of mine, Ruby. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Oh, excellent.
Absolutely. It's a privilege for me to have you here in Africa, number one, and number two, for you to take part in this interview, because the creation of this channel has to do with human transformation. Because I believe that systematically Africa has been deprived, but men and women like me and you have the capacity to take the content that we've built through the years, give it to people so that their lives can change. So in a nutshell, could you please tell our viewers what is it that you do?
Absolutely, Billy. For 23 years, I've worked in the recreation, parks, leisure, sports, and entertainment world. So if you buy a ticket, I've usually gone in and done the training for this staff who are going to serve you after you've purchased the ticket. So I create the fan experience. So I work with the leadership from the top of the organization all the way down to the front line staff who are serving you. So it could be security, parking, ushers, ticket takers, ticket sellers, merchandise, all the concessions, and the premium level for like sports and entertainment. I have 29 professional sports teams that I work with in the U.S. I work with the Olympics, the Super Bowl, the U.S. Open, large events that would require training for people to know what to say, how to say it, and how to create an experience where people want to come back.
Would I be right if I said you were the experience queen?
Well, sure, we'll go with that. I like that.
That's amazing, because the fascinating thing about it, and I keep saying to people that it's not the value of the ticket that matters, is the experience behind the price of a ticket. So if I go to a sporting event or an entertainment event, and I go in there and the water is warm and the people are not smiling with me, I'm going to really regret, why did I spend so much money? But if I go to a place and everything works, I'm not even going to worry about the amount of money that I've paid. That's amazing. So what were your highlights in your career? Which environment you found exceptionally dull? You came in there, sprinkled your magic, and things transformed, which became visible within your industry.
There are many elements that would apply to that, but one I haven't spoken about yet is the 7-star hotel in Dubai. I have 29 different clients that I work with in Dubai to create that kind of fan experience. So it doesn't necessarily have to be sports, but working with Wild Wadi Water Park and Jumeirah Group, who create many, many elements that are exceptional, and then helping the management team realize how important they are in that element. So they create the experience for the staff, and actually Jumeirah calls them colleagues. So the management and the executives make decisions that really influence how the colleagues feel about their role, and then they in turn can go out and create the experience for the customers.
And then the ripple effect becomes profit. I mean, it's almost like Southwestern. They say, we take care of our employees are excited, they take care of our customers, and naturally our customers give us the profitability that we need. Now, you've been in South Africa, it's going to be an unfair question. You've been in South Africa for a couple of days, but if you've tasted different environments. Now, in your own perception, what kind of experiences have you been receiving in these different environments that you've been in the shorter space of time that you've been in South Africa?
Hospitality, number one. The individuals who I've had the opportunity to work with, Steph and yourself, have been amazing to really create that welcoming feeling and that warm heart that I have found many places as I travel as the National Speakers Association president, but it's been warmer here than I've ever experienced. And that's hard to say because I've had really good treatment other places. At the lodge where we went on safari, which I understand it's going to the bush, not going safari, but we say safari. That's right. And being able to go to a location that has everything taken care of, and they've thought about things in advance for you. So it's that anticipation and knowing what the needs are of the individual, and then thinking ahead and making sure that you've asked the right questions so that you can accommodate, and then also creating that experience. So, going out in the trucks and seeing the wildlife and their natural habitat and just embracing all of that, it has been an extraordinary experience.
Absolutely. Now, all over the world, in South Africa, in every country in the world, there's this massive thing around women leadership. There's a feeling that the masculine world or the masculine way of leading has completely obliterated the world. We've created wars. We've done this funny thing. There's an outcry for women leaders. Now, you are leading one of the biggest organizations in the world, literally. NSA is a huge organization. It has produced, actually, NSA has been the custodian of transformation for many, many years. How did it feel, or how does it feel, to be a lady that is leading an organization as big as the NSA?
Perhaps it's my years in sports, but I've never looked at myself as a female. I've looked at myself as a person who leads. And I think that makes a big difference, because I don't want to be the kind of person that, oh, a woman should get to do that. It's not a person who earns the right to do that and has earned the, done all the work and creates the ambiance. And so I think the most important role as a leader is really helping everyone who is on the team be on the same page to go in the direction. So it's not a one person, it's about creating that ambiance and helping others understand that they have such an important role. And it's not about me, it's about how we serve our members and how we can make a difference there.
Wow, that's very profound. Now, you've been in your business for over 23 years. You're an authority in this business. And I mean, we all know that, any business got its ups and downs. Some people, fifth year, they go down, they decide this is not working, and they shift to something. You've been at it for 23 years, and not at it at a survival rate, but at the very highest level of your performance. Now, how have you been able to create this powerful longevity of your business?
Well, let's clarify something. When I first started, it was very challenging, and it was trying to figure out. And first of all, being able to speak in front of a group is very challenging. It wasn't like I know how to do that and get up in front of the group. I was scared to death. I couldn't breathe. I talk about this, about 200, 300 programs before I could actually learn how to have air. And you think better with air, so that's a better thing. So being able to really focus on that and get the experience, and you speak for free for a long time so that you can get that comfort zone, that you can then have a clear thought and you can engage with the audience. Otherwise, I can remember the first few hundred presentations, I didn't know the audience was out there. I was so worried about me. But when you can finally relax and be your authentic self, that's when and that's when the business grows, is that you have the opportunity to see the real person. Billy, I've had a week with you, and I understand you are your authentic self, and that's what is the power of that congruency. You are who you are on stage, and you are when we're having a conversation or having dinner together. So that authenticity has really made the difference for me. But it's that comfort, making sure that you have the confidence to be able to do that, and the confidence comes from all the years of practice. And so it has, ebbed and flowed. I used to work in Parks and Recreation, so that was municipal government that did not have the funding that I wanted. So I still serve those, but not as much. I can't give them up because they're my heart. But I can also look at how I can grow the business, and that means that I need to be a bigger expert. One of the things I talk about is growing your expertise to a level. I'm a customer service expert, but then that's my highway. And I've chosen a lane, and that is sports, leisure, and entertainment. So when I become more specific and I become the person who owns that topic and that expertise, I'm the one they call. Absolutely. Instead of being a customer service trainer, there's a billion of them. Absolutely. So that expertise has really helped my sustainability incredibly.
Wow, thank you very much. Now, I want you to give us 3 parting shots, either as the president or as the guru in your industry. What are the 3 things that you believe that every business should be doing to grow? Either you run a small speaker practice, you run an organization, or you're a CEO. There are 3 fundamental things that you have learned in your journey and continue to learn. What are those 3 that you believe are fundamental in growing and sustaining a business in the long term?
That one of the most important things is you find your tribe, you find your community. For us, it's the National Speakers Association of the United States, and here it's PSA Southern Africa, the Professional Speakers Association of Southern Africa. They are your community that will help you. Not only will they help you identify specifically what needs to happen in your career, they will share the wisdom that they've gained from their failures and their successes. So it's one big group that really embraces your success. That would be the first one, is find that tribe and really get that community going. So you have a resource. It's an odd job. So when finding other people to hang with and to learn from, it's tremendously helpful. It really helps that learning curve. The second thing is really take note of what you do well. Identify where your heart is. And sometimes when we're speaking, we have a voice change. And, sometimes you can get up and you can present something on any topic. But when you're doing it from your heart, the voice changes and you have a message that is so powerful. So listen to that voice. And when it changes and you're leaning in and you have to share this message and you really want people to learn, that's your stuff. That's your heart inside. That is something that you will be passionate about, and it won't be material and content that is someone else's. It's yours. It's genuine. And when that comes alive, you will become a profound professional speaker. Thirdly, remember that this is a very challenging job, and there are ebbs and flows and the challenging things with the economy and with the clients. And if you have not fallen, you've not tried hard enough. You have to embrace the failure, take note, and understand what I can learn from this and what I can do better next time. My first international conference I did, it was a 90-minute program, and I finished in 45 minutes. What do? Well, you pause and you learn and you take note of the things you did well, and then also what would you do differently next time? Don't beat yourself up, but make notes so that you can improve those. So I would say that those are the most three important things that can help anybody in this career to be a winning and professional speaker.